With such fierce competition out there, we are looking for every advantage, every opportunity of standing out for all of the right reasons in our drama school auditions. Rightly so. When there are thousands of people auditioning for a handful of spaces, you want to be giving the audition panel exactly what they want and reducing as much of the friction in their decision making as you can. So I'm going to take you through my top turn-offs for drama school audition panels, having sat on audition panels myself for a number of years. Let's do it. Obviously, every audition panel is different. Each school is looking for different things. They have different preferences, different outlooks, different tastes, and they are made up of individuals that if you took those individuals and smushed them together with other individuals would make up a completely different kind of panel. So this advice is not a one-size-fits-all. This is a list of things that I have observed and I have observed of other audition panelists, so they may or may not work across the board. The point is always to gauge the energy that is in the room when you go to audition and adapt accordingly, and to not be phased if it is an energy that you did not expect. So with that in mind, here we go. A panel will always be turned off if you turn up unprepared. There is literally no excuse for it. No one has forced you into this. They didn't spring this on you moments before you walked in the door. You had notice, you had time, so turning up to a drama school audition without being fully prepared is most definitely going to result in you getting a no. Why? Because why should a school invest 3 years of training and effort and time into you when you can be bothered preparing a couple of speeches? The bare minimum is to prepare a couple of speeches and to maybe read the play, maybe research the school that you're actually showing up in front of. It's the absolute bare minimum. Your audition is an opportunity for the panel to see how you would behave, how you would interact with 3 years worth of training. Your preparation is an indication of that. They want to see that you have dedication, that you have work ethic, and that you were respectful enough to show up and not waste anybody's time, including your own. High and low status mentality. This is a really, really tricky one because when the nerves are high and you're feeling the stress and pressure of the situation, this is something that we often lose track of. And it is seeing yourself as an equal to the panel, viewing them as no higher and no lower than you are, rather as collaborators, as colleagues, because nothing puts a panel more on edge than being in the presence of an actor who is shrinking themselves in their own audition due to intimidation or fear of them. And also there's nothing that repels an audition panel more than someone walking in thinking that they are God's gift to acting. Frankly, if you don't want to be here, fuck off. It's about finding a healthy balance of confidence, of believing that you have a right to be there and that you have something special to contribute. That's what the panel really want to see. Another thing that the panels really don't want to see is somebody who has nothing to say. No opinions, no point of view, no unique take on things, no values, no principles, no morals. If the audition panel is asking the actor what attracted them to audition at that particular school, why training, why did you choose these speeches, what experiences have you had up until this point, what kind of work lights you up, what hobbies and activities do you do outside of acting, what are their inspirations? What kind of work do they want to be doing when they graduate? Or a whole host of other things. If the panel are asking those questions and all they get as a response is, oh, I don't really know. Get in the bin. Get in the sea. Why are you here? What a waste of time. And no, I am not saying that you need to have the most profound take on things or that you have to have 50 million hobbies or have the most obscure out-of-the-box thinking or have such intense morals that you were essentially a saint or that you have grand aspirations to do Hamlet on Mars. I'm not saying that. I am saying, though, at least have something going on. Panels are looking for actors who are going to broaden the scope of training and of the industry and of the craft on the whole. So if you are an empty vacuum, then sadly you are going to be dull as dishwater as an actor. You have no understanding of life, no experience of life, no opinion on life, then how are you going to bring life to life? A young or naive attitude. Public service announcement. The young and naive attitude does not have a direct link to age. I have met and trained some of the most mature, head screwed on right actors who are 18 years old, and I've also met some absolutely insufferable, totally emotionally immature, sensitive, and immature 26-year-olds. It's less about actual age and way more to do with mindset and outlook. Training is tough. It's demanding, it is challenging. So having a sturdy mindset and the ability to face adversity and discomfort with a collected and mature attitude, That's the thing that really convinces a panel that you are ready and set for training. There are so many people that audition and get a no due to the panel believing that they still need a year or a couple of years out in the world to mature and ground themselves more. And that goes for 17-year-olds and 18-year-olds as much as it goes for late 20-year-olds. Apologizing or a constant need for reassurance. Now this can tie into the young naive attitude, because you tend to find that the younger mindset also has the need for reassurance and validation along the way. That there's a certain insecurity that they need to have their hand held. But truly it can strike anyone. Because if you spend a large amount of time in your audition apologizing, whether that is actually vocally, verbally saying the words "I'm sorry" for making tiny little mistakes, or for taking too long, or for not understanding a note, or whether you are just simply signposting this through your body language and your manner and the fact that you're just not making eye contact, it isn't a great indicator for your readiness for training. Nerves are a very common part of auditions. We know that. We understand that and we make accommodations for that. But if the nerves and the sense of insecurity is getting so much in your way, then that is a massive hurdle that only you can deal with outside of training. You need to be able to attend your audition and actually take charge and run your audition, because the audition panel are hosting the audition and you are running your own audition. So if you're not able to stand on your own 2 feet with a certain level of confidence, that's a bit of a red flag. Apologizing for losing your lines, misunderstanding things, or simply being nervous, saying sorry for being nervous, it isn't needed. We don't want you saying sorry. We want you to cultivate and stand in your own power when you stand in front of us. You need to cultivate that through some sense of self-belief. Now, I hope that this list was really helpful for you. And it isn't designed to make you see how much you're falling short. It is something that is there to just help and guide you, amend those things before you walk into an audition room. It's designed to strengthen your process, not to tear you down. Now, if you are looking for more insight, if you're looking for more guidance, more support, then of course you can get in touch with me to do some one-to-one coaching if you feel that that's going to give you the edge. But also sign up to this online platform, Act.Cool, that we've launched really recently. It has online training, it has workshops, it has school information, it has speech lists, and it has a really supportive community of other actors who are auditioning alongside you. Because the audition process can be really, really lonely. So wouldn't it be nice to know some other people who are going through it with you? So if this sounds like something that's up your street, then all of the details for how to actually sign up are in the description box below. But as always, until next time,